His release has been described as ripping off the scab of a wound in Chicago's black community.
WGN's Mike Lowe live downtown tonight with the latest developments there. Mike?
Ray and Micah, in order for prosecutors to bring federal charges against Jason Van Dyke, they would have to clear a pretty high legal burden. They would have to prove that the ex-Chicago cop willfully broke the law, not simply that he made a mistake, was negligent, or used bad judgment. Still, a number of activists believe that the killing of Laquan McDonald was so egregious that those extra charges are warranted. Outside of the Dirksen Federal Building,
16 shots in the cover-up.
The chants of social justice protesters
We demand justice for a young kid.
echoed through Federal Plaza. And they hoped reverberated on the 5th floor where the U.S. Attorney's Office is located and beyond.
We're trying to get federal charges. We want Washington to hear us.
Inside of the building's lobby, a number of police reform activists locked arms, demanding that Jason Van Dyke stay locked up.
We're just trying to get justice done.
Engaging in civil disobedience were well-known community organizers Jamal Green and William Calloway, along with Tracy Hunter, the grandmother of Laquan McDonald.
We just need to do what we have to do for our voices to get heard.
When U.S. Marshals asked them to leave the lobby, they resisted, and some were arrested.
They wanted to show the world that how quick they can be locked up for fighting for justice, quicker than this police officer can be locked up.
Earlier, a group of 17 civil rights organizations led by the Reverend Jesse Jackson
16 shots in the cover-up.
hand-delivered a letter telling the prosecutor they are, quote, calling on your office to bring charges, saying that Jason Van Dyke's sentence was a slap on the wrist and that the ex-cop's early release is a slap in the face to black people everywhere.
The city did not do its job here. Crime and time does not correspond.
It's outrageous. It's an insult.
Bishop Tavis Grant of the Rainbow Push Coalition says the groups are urging authorities to bring federal civil rights charges against Van Dyke for the 2014 killing of Laquan McDonald.
There's just no way that this Justice Department can allow this to fall on deaf ears. They must hear the cry of the family and the community, justice for Laquan McDonald.
Father Michael Flager said Van Dyke's early release was a setback in the long effort to achieve police accountability.
We object to what is taking place today, the release of Jason Van Dyke.
And Van Dyke's grandmother says the protests will continue until there's an answer on the question of federal civil rights charges for Van Dyke.
And I want federal charges against this man, because it's not going to stop. I'm going to keep trying and trying and trying until I get justice served for my grandson.
And a word about that display of civil disobedience in the Dirksen Building lobby. Court orders ban that kind of display within the confines of the building. So reportedly 9 people were arrested, all on misdemeanor charges. They appeared before a judge tonight. One of them is former mayoral candidate and well-known activist Jamal Green. He says he has another court date set for Tuesday, and he'll address this publicly tomorrow. Reporting live in Federal Plaza in the Loop, Mike Lowe, WGN News.
Mike, thank you. And reaction also coming in from city leaders tonight. The state's attorney, Kim Foxx, wrote on Twitter, the sentence that was put down for Jason Van Dyke does not meet the crime. If there's an ability to do something about it on the federal level, then by all means, something should be done.
Mayor Lightfoot releasing a statement which reads in part, while I know this moment is disappointing, it should not prevent us from seeing the significant progress Van Dyke's prosecution and conviction represent. He was the first officer in more than half a century to be convicted of a crime committed purportedly in the line of duty. This prosecution led to historic reforms. She goes on to say there's much more work to do, and it is by doing that work that we can heal from this and move forward towards justice and accountability every day.